Oh, hello folks. How are we doing today? Sunday, August 27th. Let's get the camera framed just right. I don't know if I should do the sunglasses or without. It's very bright, but then I won't be able to read the comments, so I'm gonna keep them off. Hello, Mystic Pizza. How we doing? Good afternoon, Jorge. I got my Dunkin' Donuts today. It's really the only option. Germany's in the house. We got Amy. Thank you for the 1 year. Congratulations. Hi, Michelle, Candle Dream, Chantel. All right, so let's talk about a few things. Got a lot to cover today. I am not on the porch in Candle Country, as you can see. I am in Kringle. I'm at Kringle Candle. You can't see it back there because really we're on the other end of the campus. The restaurant and the gift shop is going to be right here behind us, and then across the highway, that's where all of the candles are. Hello, Stephanie. So yes, it is true. 1 year ago today, I was at the Yankee Candle Village in South Deerfield, and there's people all around. It was the day before the Halloween preview party. And yeah, I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna set up my camera, and even if I just toss this footage in the garbage, I am going to attempt to make a vlog about candles. That's what I was gonna do. I filmed, and then the next day I filmed, and then I edited it together on the third day, posted it online, and I got like 250 views. And at that time, 250 views is great, but 250 views for my first video at that time was like, oh my God, there's people watching me, and there's people giving me thumbs up, and they're interested in what I'm interested in, and they seem to be responding to me, not just the candles. And something very, very special happened in that moment when I realized this, that there's a possibility here. There's a nugget, there's a seed that I can plant that might possibly, just maybe, turn into something much larger. And 1 year later, I can safely say this has been the best, most satisfying year of my life. I've done so much. I am just, you know that feeling when you just know you've taken the right path. You're driving on a road trip, and you kind of have to guess, do I go right or do I go left? And you take a left, and you're like, you know what? I'm definitely right about this one. And that's kind of how I feel at the moment. But, so for all of the thank yous and all of the congratulations, I really, really appreciate it. But I want to get to the really big topics that a lot of folks, you folks probably want to see. I'm sure a lot of you folks had a really great day yesterday, and we might just do a little walk through Kringle Candle, the inside the facility, at the tail end of this video. So we'll go inside Yankee Candle. I checked the cellular service, and it seems to be pretty good indoors. It's gonna be a little amateurish because I just got the cell phone, and I don't want to really photograph people. Unsuspected people being photographed can be a dangerous thing. But I'll take you inside to give you a brief understanding, if you've never been here, what Kringle Candle looks like. First thing I want to mention about Kringle Candle is this is definitely a campus. It has a campus feel. There's plenty of land to sprawl out. There's some folks reading just behind you, behind the camera. There's a bunch of people having picnics on the other side of the highway. It's a wonderful place, not just to shop and to celebrate this season you're in, whether that be summer autumn or winter, but it's a great place to just come and relax, kick back, buy some candles. They're having a big sale today, buy two, get two. That's just about as good as you're ever gonna get from Kringle Candle. Oh, does it keep cutting out, really? Santa is back there on the fence. All right, guys, so I've been giving my spiel, but I'm really gonna try as hard as I can to keep my eyes right on your comments today. All right. Keeps cutting out. Well, there's really nothing I can do about it at this point. So let's just hope it gets better. Is it good for anybody? Maybe. Oh man, it's saying offline again. I don't know what to do, folks. You're good here? It's good right now? Your feed is okay. So I think some people... Okay, I think some people are gonna be having a rough experience watching it. Just keep trying. If you don't know what we're talking about and you're just joining, I think a lot of people are getting maybe a lagging or it's cutting out, going offline, but some people seem to be okay. But put in big caps if anything goes wrong so I can keep track of it. I don't want to talking about the problems, but I definitely will move if I have to. It's just I have so much stuff here, so it's gonna be a nightmare. Okay, so I did indeed go to the Halloween preview party at Yankee Candle. I was there, actually arrived on Thursday evening, filmed all day Friday, and I filmed for a brief amount of time on Saturday. I like to get the bulk of the material on Sunday, and really it's the first couple hours on Saturday morning that all of the action occurs. So with several cameras rolling at all times, I think I fully captured the experience. So you'll get that vicarious experience of what it's like being at the Halloween preview party. But I also promised you that video would be posted. I don't know if I promised, but I said I'd have that video posted yesterday night, and I also said that I would have my other brand new segment, which is for now going to be called the In-Betweens, which is really more of what's happening on my journeys while I'm not filming segments. So me on the road, me getting coffee, me just being me, the experience of vlogging, me sharing what I have to go through, share the experience with you, so you know I'm not always this like travel channel guy. And here we are. I want you guys to see a little bit more of what I have to do and the battles I have to face. Because if you don't know, I'm not an outgoing extrovert person. I'm incredibly, I won't say I'm shy, but I get very nervous. So vlogging in public is not an easy thing for me. Vlogging just this, me and you guys, is very difficult for me. But through this past year, I've been able to conquer that fear, at least a portion of it. So that's what that new segment's about. I'm hoping that I can cut together faster, easier material that's still, interesting and funny and in-depth. And this way we'll be getting more videos throughout the week instead of like 1 or 2 a week. I don't want to do that. I want to try to eventually get to a point where I'm posting things at least, 5 days out of the week. All right, so what did I buy at the Halloween preview party? And what did you guys buy? And if you did not experience the preview party or a Yankee Candle experience yesterday, what are you most curious about? Let me start breaking these out, because I have a lot. I bought I don't want to say too many candles, but more candles than I should have. So let's go over some of the basics. Well, first things first, I might as well get this one out of the way. I'm going to tilt the camera down for just a second. or maybe just put the camera back and tilt down. Whoa, whoa. All right, so I didn't just get one Sweet Seduction. Now, some of you folks probably saw my Instagram picture last night where I showed some of these candles, but I'm gonna, like I said, there's some secrets that I didn't want to share at that time. That's not it. You'd think that would be it. All right, so I didn't get one, I got 6 Sweet Seduction candles. Now, I'm not a lunatic. I didn't, you know, I don't buy every candle. Moonbeams on pumpkin, nice, nice. I don't buy 6 candles every time I like one. But there is a very special place in my heart for this one because I really, really gave it my all to get my hands on this early. And I've mentioned it before. I had one and it slipped between my fingers. Not literally slipped between my fingers, but I just made a stupid mistake and I lost my opportunity to get it. So it's such a thrill to have it finally and to really get it. Now, I did my review based on the layered candle, the soy wax layered candle, but you know, there was limitations to that review. So I will very soon go over this again. We're gonna pop some of this wax into an aroma prison because I believe this is the only format that it came in. I'm gonna have to move you guys closer now because I can't see your comments. But what am I doing with 6? Well, I'd like to do a giveaway. And you know, I wasn't sure how easy it was going to be to get this Sweet Seduction because of the promotion. You know, spending $27.99 and then you get one for free. So I should have put in the headline giveaway. I'm just thinking about that right now. But I'm officially announcing a giveaway for Sweet Seduction. But there's more to this. It's not just Sweet Seduction. This was really a thrill to me, and I had Yankee Candle's blessing, Yankee Candle Village's blessing to do this. I've always wanted to do this. I made my own label, but check out what I did. Now, can you see that? That is, other than the banner up top, this is the old label, or the European UK label. You see the banner right there? We have the banner. We even see the little fragrance, a genre. But if you look closely, I don't know if you can see it, it doesn't say fresh, it doesn't say fruit, it doesn't say festive, it says spooky. It says spooky, right? I love it. The name of the candle is the Candle Enthusiast, and it even says on the bottom with pure natural plant extracts. And that is a photo of me holding an orange candle in a haunted forest with a little ghost, a little specter of the forest in the background. So I would want to give this away. Details on that will be coming on later in this video, so make sure you stick around. But I'm going to ship this to you completely for free. This is all out of my pocket. None of the money we've raised for the Candle Enthusiast is doing this. This is my money. This is my way of saying thank you to you folks. To be open to anybody in the world, wherever you are. As long as you can receive mail, I will get this to you. And like I said, hang out for the remainder of this video to find out how you can be a part of this giveaway. And I have more. I have 5 others. So there might just be maybe more than one winner. We'll see how it goes. But one thing's for certain, I will put these, not all at one time, but I will put another one at some point up on the Candle Enthusiast eBay page too. Gonna start it at 99 cents. Hopefully you can get it for a really good price. I did use the buy 2 get 2 free, so I did get these for a great price. So I hope you can get them at a great price too, but that will have the label on it as well. Hey, you know, don't thank me. Really, this is my thank you to you guys. It really is. And that might sound like I'm, you know, I'm fibbing a little bit, and like I might be like, ooh, I'm in this for some alternate reason. I'm not. I do hope it gets us some more viewers, though. That'd be great if we can have our subscribers grow, right? I was talking to the director of the Yankee Candle Village during this trip, and we're talking about ways about, you know, how we can collaborate, things that we can do. If we can build up this channel, get more folks watching, I always say this, the more people that watch, the louder the megaphone we have, the more people that will hear us, the more people will receive us as far as like interviews and stuff. I know I keep restating this for a lot of you folks, but think about the possibilities. If we have enough subscribers where a company can look at us and be like, wow, this is a great way to promote our business, then they'll be happy to let us in the doors and film, ask questions, do whatever we want, you know? So Sweet Seduction, trying to keep these out of the sun. It's very cool, to be honest with you. It's not a hot day. It's just that when that sun pokes out from the clouds, that's what's hot. Otherwise, it's kind of windy and chilly. What else? I did do this. I didn't think I was going to. I even told you I wasn't going to. But if you spent $30, I think for $10 extra, you got a black cauldron. This is much larger than I thought. And you know, look at that. It's got that almost blinged out polka dot texture that the tumblers have this year. That very vibrant, saturated key lime pie color inside. It was bigger than I expected. It looked more beautiful than I expected, and I could not say no. And if you pick this up for $10, the normal price here, $22.99. So yeah, I mean, they you know, I'd like to believe I have a little bit of sales resistance, but they sold me. Those fine folks at Yankee Candle Village, they sold me in about a couple seconds. I looked for, you know, I'm always looking for angel's wings. I was hoping that, you know, now that we're inching our way closer to the holiday season, that they would have the jar. The bad news is they didn't. The good news is that maybe, just maybe, because I was afraid they were going to retire it, that it's going to be coming back. But it's going to be coming back in the form of a returning favorites, which would mean we would get pretty much the full label, the full photograph back. But just to, for in the meantime, to burn this candle, I have a tart and a votive of angel's wings. Why is that one special to me, guys? You know? How many times have I told you? Really? Why is it special to me? Does anybody know? Online makes it easier to resist. Yeah, I understand. Mary, Candle Enthusiast, thank you for doing that. You know how much that video means to me. Mary Tyler Moore. I had all three of my tumblers. I had Haunted Hollow. Everyone got it. Look at this. You guys are the best. I'm telling you. This is why I need to thank you guys with giveaways, because that really means a lot. That was a very special video to me. So I had all three of my tumblers. So why did I buy another? This is for my dad. My dad, my mom hates witch's brew. She can't stand it. But to be fair, she does have a lot of allergies. She's allergic to just about everything. Hi, Mom. And you know, any kind of smell, like outdoorsy smell, especially patchouli, will set off like puffy lips and stuff like so she can't stand it. But my dad has his own, you see it when I do my porch videos. You see that he's got his little country cottage in the back. It's like a museum for John Wayne. So he'll be able to burn witch's brew this year, and you know, with the soy wax too. So hopefully, he's had some issues with being able to fill up his cottage with the aromatics, mainly because its ceiling's pretty high. But I have a good feeling this one is going to work. All right. So quickly show you some random things, but this is going to be a part for future videos. Popcorn, but why do I have popcorn? You'll see in the future. And peanuts, but what peanuts? What's inside there? I don't know. I can't tell you. That's going to be a part of future videos. All right. What else do we got here? We got more, guys. Now there was another promotion, and I should have called this. I should have known, but I didn't have them. So I figured I'd take the promotion, the opportunity. If you spent so much, I think $30 for $10 you got, they promoted Velvet Sugared Pumpkin. Now this was, I don't know if it was technically an outlet candle or other retail candle scents, but either way, they are incredibly powerful. This is a super pungent baking spice aroma. With not, and it's not overly sweet, is what I want to say. So if you are a fan of sugared pumpkin swirl, but you want a little bit less of the sweetness, and you want more of the spice, if you're like that pumpkin spice fanatic who will like put pumpkin on anything, pumpkin spice on anything, like pizza or ice cream. Ooh, pumpkin spice ice cream. Well, I'm sure they do that, but that sounds really good. But they also had at the Village, I don't know if you guys experienced this too, they had a second of the trio, which is called Velvet Cream Pumpkin. The third is called Velvet Black Pumpkin. I'm gonna have to find that somewhere else to complete the trio. But I figured I'd take these, much more vanilla creamy, even like a berry note in here. Honestly, this really is the first time I've smelled that. I picked it up yesterday. I haven't smelled it yet. Wow, that's interesting. Surprisingly, this smells a little bit like angel's wings. Wow. Even to the point where I think I'm almost smelling a coconutty thing. So if you pick those up, I think you'll enjoy them if you got them for $10. I love them. I really was going to buy them last year. These are 2017 pours. Actually, no, this is 2015. Wow, so it came out 2 years ago. This is a 2017 pour. I will do a review. Once I get that black sugar pump or velvet black pumpkin. I think that's what it's called. Velvet black pumpkin or black something pumpkin. I will do a trio review of that as well. All right, and autumn dusk has been a big topic this season, right? Autumn dusk. Here's the U.S. label. Velvet black pumpkin. Thank you, Candleland. You know, I don't know. I mean, some people said they've had problems with the throw. And I trust you. Trust me, I trust you. But keep in mind, 98% of Yankee candles I buy, I don't have problems with the throw. You notice I don't use that word. And one of these days I will sit down and make a video on that word throw. It's all about modern day, guys. They're making these fragrance oils with a little bit more attention to safety and toxins, and there's a lot of additives that help make things safe and make them not perishable. So burning candles today was much different than experiencing in the 90s. So that doesn't mean your candle won't throw. There is a chance that it's a dud, But a lot of the times, with a few small alterations to your environment or the candle itself, you will get aroma out of it. I think the biggest example is people leaving that flame super blazing. You know, it's very pretty to see that flame going, but you can't do that. Those fragrance oils are so delicate, they're fragile. If you have high heat, high flame, it's like putting a blowtorch on vapor, right? You're gonna combust those volatilized, vaporized fragrance oils before they even have a chance to fill your room. So it's very important to keep your eyes on the candle wick and the height of the candle. Brian, good to see you. Brian, we have to officially induct you into the Candle Enthusiast Patreon account. We'll talk about that. I don't know if we have time for it today, but we're definitely going to address something, and I'm very excited that Brian has decided to join the Patreon group, and what he's done is add a little bit more excitement to what we can do with Patreon. But like I said, we'll talk about that soon. All right, what else do we got? What else do we have? Do you notice that? I have pretty good grammar, but when I'm on camera, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. Oh, giving it away here. Now, I have my outlet, full-size jar of Moonbeam Pumpkin, and I was completely satisfied. However, I'm sorry that I have to admit this. It could be just a difference in the candle. There's usually very little wrong with outlet candles as long as you smell them and double check. But let me tell you, this smells a whole lot more savory than, I was saying this on my last live, a whole lot more savory than my outlet candle. So definitely, if you're interested in, you guys might be cutting out a little bit, if you're interested in Moonbeams on Pumpkin, go to your Yankee Candle storefront and smell it. If you're good with the one you have that you got at the outlet, fantastic, but definitely smell it. Much more nuttiness, much more butteriness. Tell me that you can still see me, if you can still see me, because it's saying very bad connection. Now, this was gifted to me by the staff of the Yankee Candle Village, and I'm not gonna lie, that meant a whole lot to me. That meant a lot to me. They still have my candle on display, and thank you very much for giving this to me. This is probably will be one of my most prized candle in my collection, honestly. I mean that. It's like as if Walt Disney gave you a set of Mickey ears to take home on him. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but it really did mean a lot. Chris Fall Night, I did my, was it second special? You guys tell me, see if you know. I did my second special of the Candle Enthusiast. It was an in-depth special, or an in-depth episode is what I called it for the first year. I don't think I'll be making in-depth episodes anymore. They're going to be aromatic adventures, but you know, the problem with that candle is I had such an emotional attachment to it that I never wanted to light it. So I bought another one with my label. Might even give this one to my parents, let them burn it, and then when I visit them, I can smell this beautiful, beautiful candle. Now, if this somehow slipped between the cracks for you folks last year, there was this one, and the one that was kind of the counterpart was Autumn Gathering. Trust me, I was not sold on this immediately. I smelled it tons of times. I was not sold on it. But then something happened, and it grew on me, and I started to get it. I started to understand it. I think once I smelled it as the fall-autumn season was coming around, I started to understand how successful this candle is. And it is complex. Oh my God. Men and women will love this equally. And of course, in the UK or in just Europe, Still don't know what to call the candles. It's not called Crisp Fall Night. It's called Autumn Night, and you have the full-size label, which I am looking for that one, because that is certainly a label that I would like to have. Now, okay, so a lot of you folks helped me out figuring out this issue. It's not an issue, but I was baffled. I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. If you've ever been to Yankee Candle Village or the Flagship store, they have this wall that used to be called the Yankee Candle Treasures. Now it's the Returning Favorites wall, where they have, you know, very popular, famous fragrances of the past, and they bring them back. And being that the Flagship store is about a mile from the factory, they get so much of these really hard to find, very high in demand treasure candles, returning favorite candles. And on that shelf, I noticed this on Thursday, there was a trio. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this. These are two. This one being Autumn Twilight and Autumn Rain. We see the blue jay, and I believe that's a hummingbird if I'm not mistaken. And then the third is, Maggie, good night. I didn't see you say good night. Harvest Bouquet. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Anybody know? Harvest Bouquet. So this is, we got a trio here. Look at this. Have you ever seen these labels before? Well, a few of you have. You said you found them at Home Goods. You said you found them at outlets. Not necessarily in the large jars, but either way, I think this is what the new outlet label is going to look like. I'm not completely certain about that because I heard some conflicting answers about that. But I bought all three, and what I would like to do is review all three in a separate video, and I briefly address it in a video that's going to be posted very soon, the Halloween preview party. I kind of just briefly go over the aromatic profiles. But then once I'm done, all three of these have the Halloween label. Now, these are autumn candles, but Halloween 2017, I will certainly be doing, maybe do another giveaway, put one up, one or two up on the eBay account. But this one, the Harvest Bouquet, has got one that's featured in the video. You'll know what I mean when Halloween preview party. They had a red carpet at the Flagship store. I had the great opportunity to work with the folks who were putting on this little red carpet, this photo company. I'd give them a shout out right now. I don't have their business card. I usually keep the business cards in my pocket, but I will link it up in the video. So someone will get this one. There's only one of these. Look at that face. Look at that face. You know what? I look like a California raisin or a marshmallow man. My complexion is quite light, but yeah, that's still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. You got the camera in the hand. So look for this review too. We have this Autumn Twilight, Harvest Bouquet, and Autumn Rain. I'm gonna put that all in one video. I'm gonna put it all in one video. Oh my God, are we getting to the big surprise? To the big surprise. And I need your guys' opinions. You know how much I value your opinions. Let me just make sure I did. I showed everything. Oh, I won this Sicilian lemon card jar. You're gonna see how I won this at the preview party. It's pretty cool how I won it. I have to say, it put a big smile on my face. Now here's a candle. This is nothing new. This is Black Sand Beach. This came out as part of the, what do they call it? Escape to Paradise or Paradise collection this summer. All kind of Polynesian themed candles, coconut. Wow, I'm forgetting the names now. But you know what collection I mean. But they have already, now this is just rumor, they've already decided to not bring this candle back. And that's fine. But a part of me thought, like, wait a minute, like, you gotta give a little bit more time for people to grow to it, you know? Just like sushi or caviar, right? You know, the first time we try it, we usually don't like it, but we become accustomed to the flavor. You know, pungent cheeses. I don't know why I'm comparing pungent cheeses to Yankee candles, but I really do think that this is a really well constructed candle. So I want to do something, and it may be a dream. It may just be far-fetched idea. There's plenty, Leslie. You'll find them. I mean, they're certainly not hard to find. If you watched my videos, you will have seen that I said, you know what Yankee can do? They can repackage this candle for Halloween and title this Sea Witch. Why Sea Witch? Well, it has a pretty big bombastic patchouli note, but it's really well balanced. If you don't like patchouli, I bet you might not even smell it in this candle. In fact, I can confirm that because I've actually experimented that with actually fragrance people who work in the fragrance industry, or at least sell fragrance. I had them smell this and they did not pick up on the patchouli because it's so well balanced with the florals and the minerality, the saltiness of this candle. So with that aquatic, with that patchouli, with those florals, I really thought we have a text message from Eric Carlson coming in. I'll have to read it later. I really wanted to suggest something in a Yankee candle, and with your help, I'm going to try to look into the camera because I'm always looking off to the side. With your help, can we do this? Can we make this happen? Sea Witch. I want to call this Sea Witch. A Halloween candle, playing off the Witch's Brew thing. You following me so far? Witch's Brew because of the patchouli, the aquatic, nautical, sea breeze, salty, floral notes, adding to the sea-like quality. So Sea Witch. So I briefly put, I have a photo, put together this kind of mock label, but I think if we start a little petition, if we can like send a bunch of like postcards, emails, put enough shout outs to Yankee Candle online, can we convince them to turn Black Sand Beach into dun. Look at that. Sea Witch. Now again, concept art, folks, but we have this Sea Witch. Now, Sea Witch is going to refer to Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid, not necessarily Disney Little Mermaid. So there's no copyright infringement. The classic fairy tale, The Little Mermaid, which is a very, very deep and dark fairy tale, so appropriate for Halloween. But look at the Sea Witch here, taunting the poor, she wasn't named Ariel and the fairy tale, but the mermaid, and she's even tickling her throat to remove her voice. Let's bring this next year for Halloween, or at least let's take this concept next year. Let's make it happen. I'll figure out an approach, and let's petition to see if we can get Yankee Candle to actually make this happen for us. How awesome would that be if all of us could say we had our hand in making a Yankee Candle? Not the fragrance, but the concept. I don't know. Yankee Candle, if you're watching, look at that. Just look at that one more time. Look at that. Sea Witch. Oh, yeah. Would I burn this for Halloween? You better believe it. And you know what? If you don't live in New England, Halloween, you have a bunch of other associations, right? Say if you live on the coast, out in the west in the U.S., right? If you live, like, anywhere out in the coast. Maybe that time of year does provoke different aromas. Not everyone associates the classic New England fragrances with Halloween. So I'm excited about that. This one is certainly going to be for me. I'd love to give it away, but this one is for me. And we'll work that out. We'll work that out. We'll see if we can make that happen. That would be a dream come true. All right. So, what else was in the title? 1 year anniversary, aftermath of Halloween. I went over all of the objects that I received. Guys, have any questions? Do you have any recommendations? Now that we're in full swing of autumn, you know, it might be early for some of you folks still, but I am traveling. I'm on the road. This is only my 4th day, and I'm so exhausted. I overslept this morning because I was up until 5 o'clock in the morning. Monica, she's watching. I love it. Say hi to Monica Carlson, my sister-in-law. She is, at least in spirit, a large part of this channel. I'm on the road. This is only my 3rd, 4th day. I'm exhausted. As you see, I overslept. I didn't even have a chance to shave this morning, but I have to drive about 3 hours today to get to our next location. Very, very appropriate time of the year to visit this location. And then there will be more stops. And then I will be probably at that point going back to home base, edit a little bit, you know, kind of rest up. And then, oh, thank you, Nicole Menard. That is very, very nice of you. That's only my 2nd super chat of all time. So nice of you. And Nicole, I think I missed my opportunity to visit the lavender farm, but Nicole's been with us for a very long time, and I always deeply appreciate her comments, her support. And I gotta get my butt down to Long Island one of these days, especially because there's wine country there, right? Maybe we'll do not just Nicole, but I mean, all of us. We can do like a little wine tasting, go around the North Fork region, and hit up some of the outlets that are in Long Island. Monica, do you like Long Island? Did you ever spend time in Long Island? I don't even know. Monica is a New York City girl. Yes. You know, I've had Long Island wines, but I've never been tasting in Long Island. Weirdly enough, I've had Long Island wines in California. Go figure. Monica loves the Hamptons. Right, yeah, Monica goes to the Hamptons all the time. I got to meet your lovely brother-in-law yesterday. Oh, she's talking to Monica. I'm like, my brother-in-law? What happened? Yes, Leslie. How did I forget this? Not only is Leslie going to be featured in the Halloween preview party video, but I got a chance to meet Leslie again. One of these people has one of you folks, one of the people that has completely opened up her heart, her support has always poured in my direction or positivity. Deeply appreciate Leslie Pethy-Bridge. Check out her channel. Why? She's admittedly, you know, just starting, but so what, right? Her material is good, and she's reviewing and covering very important topics that we should all be thinking about, including this is what Leslie did. This is a testament to her character. She brought a limited edition, sold out candle from Witch City Wicks, which, if you don't know, is one of my favorite smaller production handcrafted candle companies. She brought it yesterday so that I could smell it. That is thoughtful. Thank you, Leslie, for doing that. And whenever we get up to Witch City Wicks, I will definitely find a nice little nugget to send to you to thank you for everything that you've done for me. What else are we doing? Massachusetts, folks. I am in, let's just say, Greenfield, Massachusetts. I got a long way to drive today, but I'm essentially in central northern Mass. Where should I go? What should I do? What would you like to see? And another question is, do I finish the video that I was editing last night? Now, it's not the full Halloween preview party. It's just my new little segment. Do I finish it right now and then drive? Or do I drive? Oh, Cookie Hill. Look, you guys. I would love to be able to pronounce your name. Cookie Hill, I love you. And let's get your name here. IX Mooch X. I wish I could pronounce your name in a certain way, but thank you so, guys, really, take it easy. You know, I'm never asking for these super chats, but that is my heart is pounding right now. That means the world to me, especially because pulling this channel up, pulling off this content is very difficult for me financially. I have to take very, very, very cautious steps, and anything that we can do to help raise a little bit to, you know, give this channel a little bit extra oomph, you know what I mean? I appreciate it. Thank you guys for doing that. Really, really, really appreciate it. Wow, I'm still thinking about it. What was I talking about? Any autumn activities? Now, I have to say, New England nothing has changed colors yet. Thank you very much, Leslie. I appreciate that. Really, like, I don't want to start like with these sappy monologues, but the majority of my struggles throughout my adult life has been, I wanted to be creative on a day-to-day basis. I always wanted to wake up in the morning and work on something, complete something, finish something, be rewarded by getting something done, and then waking up the following day to tackle a new project. And all the time I spent in school, all the time I spent working in the film industry, if you want to call it the film industry, all the time I spent working in the wine industry, I felt like I was giving my creativity. I was pouring my heart out, my blood, my tears, everything. I was giving myself to try to be creative as much as I could. But it was never the right outlet. It was never the right outlet for me because, if anything, Monica, you're killing me, Monica. Thank you so much. I love you too. Thank you very much. This channel has given me an opportunity to be creative every day, and I don't have to feel guilty about it because I love the fact that at least a handful of you, I hope, are enjoying some of the material I'm putting out, and it's an absolute dream. I feel like in the first time in my life, all of those things that I did that I had to stop and start over, I'm at a point now where I look back and I'm like, hey, you know, look at all those things that I did. It kind of brought me to this. I don't know how long I'll be doing the Candle Enthusiast. I hope I can do this for as long as I can, but this gives me a way to be creative on a day-to-day basis, and not only that, but be able to interact with you folks so we can share ideas, work together. You send me a message, be like, hey, you know, Shane, you gotta go to this location, or you know what, there's a really beautiful lookout over in that town. If you're ever in that area, you should swing by. The more we grow, the more we expand, the more I'll be able to cover the United States, and hopefully one day we'll start going abroad and, again, exploring the world using the nose. Exploring the world, making memories through aromatics, fragrance, aroma, smell, whatever you want to call it. Scent. My brother doesn't like the word smell. We are at 50 minutes and 30 seconds. Dunkin' Donuts. Can we talk about Dunkin' Donuts real quick? Why? I think there's way too much hate on Dunkin' Donuts. This is definitely filled with caffeine. It is not burnt. It is not bitter. It is not as pungent as I would like it to be. As far as pungent, I mean, intensity of flavor. And it's very, very light, very clean body. But you know what? I'm guilty of making fun of Dunkin' Donuts sometimes. And you know what? I got a pretty decent cup of coffee this morning. I'm caffeinated. I'm ready to drive. Still trying to figure out if I should edit and post a video. If I don't do that, I will finish it up tonight and post it. It's just been a long day. Monica and I, we had a little chat about Dunkin' Donuts yesterday. I won't share what we said about Dunkin' Donuts though yesterday. But I have a lot of editing to do, and I know this week has been very slow. I've done 3 lives in a row, and I don't want to be doing stuff like that, but I really did need a week to prepare myself for traveling, but also take care of a lot of stuff in my personal life. I needed a little bit of that time off. So I appreciate you guys not running away, not thinking I'm slacking off or being lazy. I know the next 4 months are going to be insane. It's like, I was telling my brother, it's like going into a movie production, which is usually anywhere from 20 days to 40 days if you have that kind of money to be filming for 40 days to make a movie. But usually when my brother makes a film and I'm working with him, it's usually we shoot for that 24-day schedule. This is like preparing for a 4-month movie making experience, because every day not only do I have to be kind of figuring out the narrative of the day, what is each video going to be about, but I have to film that, get clearance to film interviews, get clearance to make sure I'm photographing things legally. I don't want to be doing hidden cams and stuff like that. I play by the rules. But the hardest part is editing. Editing takes far more time than filming. If you are an editor or have ever edited a project before, if you're losing connection, I apologize. Hopefully it'll come back. But if you've ever edited before, it's a very, very time-consuming thing. 1 finished minute of my vlog, 1 finished minute can take me up to 2 hours. 1 finished minute, because of all of the things. Now I could put up sloppy videos, but you guys don't want sloppy videos. A bird, I don't know where he's perched. I don't think he's happy. I think he's probably had a little spat with Santa Claus here. Got 6 minutes left. I don't know if the connection is great, but once again, at this point, I want to say, first, thank you for all of the congratulations for the 1 year. And I'm being redundant, I know, but I just want you to know that I'm serious. And I want to thank you guys for, whether you've been with me for 1 day or if you've been with me since the beginning. You've enhanced my life. I mean, how often can you say that to people? You've enhanced my life, and things continue to get bigger and richer on a day-to-day basis. So I know a lot of you folks want Monica certainly was there from day one. A lot of you folks want a sneak peek of Kringle. So at this point, free to leave, because things are gonna get a little crazy. I gotta get in my car, gotta pack all this stuff up. I'll point the camera at some pretty view, and we're gonna drive across the street, and then I'm gonna bring in the camera, and we're just gonna give you a kind of a quick rundown of what everything looks like inside. I might lose you. I'm hoping I won't. It looks like they have good connection inside. But remember, I'm very cautious. I don't want to be filming people without their permission, so it's not going to be edited, let's put it that way. So let's do that. You guys want to do you guys want to see Kringle? Do you want to see the inside of Kringle Candle? Okay, I want to see yeses. If I see the number of people going down, the viewers going down. Okay, number's high, and I'm saying yes, yes. Let's do it. All right. First things first. We can't litter. I'm gonna point this at my vehicle right there. I'm gonna have you watch me pack my car real quick. I'm gonna do this as fast as I can. Do, do, do. Yes, I still have not gotten a reflector yet. For any of you production people out there, if you need a way to bounce the sunlight, see how it bounces the sunlight? 99 cents at the dollar store. Look at that. Got nice underlighting there. How sad would it be if I dropped all of these candles alive on this stream? 1 year anniversary, I kill all of the candles. And what's great about that reflector is that I can put it on top of my candles while they stay in the warm vehicle. So this way it will bounce the sunlight off of them, keeping them as cool as possible. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. One more bag, and I'm coming back to get it. Santa Claus. I almost left Santa Claus. All right, folks, let's do it. Wow, I have more people now watching than before. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm going to go inside of Kringle Candle. I'm not gonna do like an in-depth tour, but that doesn't mean I just can't walk around with the camera, show you the lay of the land. Let's do this. This is a very flattering angle for me. Let's drive. First time we've been in a car in the live setting. Now I have to excuse the AC, but I really do need to turn it on. No. Did you guys hear that music? That wasn't copyrighted material. How do I get out of here? There's an arrow there, but there's no sign saying I can't go in that direction. So let's go. We're going to Kringle, folks. This is what we call a guerrilla filmmaking. No permits, no permission. But hey, I got a cell phone. You're telling me I can't take pictures with my cell phone? Maybe I can't take pictures with my cell phone. I'm gonna do it. I mean, if they tell me to stop, of course I will. But I gotta be very coy. I gotta be very coy. wait to cross the way here. How's the connection, folks? Connection? Whoa, phone. Phone fell. And I don't have my seatbelt on. Don't ever drive without your seatbelt. I'm riding without it to make a point right now. All right. So the headphones, I got this little contraption. Again, if any of you are, that's really annoying. If any of you folks are vloggers or just avid filmmakers, this is a great little contraption that I'm using now. I usually don't share the equipment that I use, but I do want to point this out. So the way this works is, it's got Velcro. It's upside down. What I do is just slip my fingers in here, right? So if you're using your cell phone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cell phone in between here and tighten it down. You even have a place to put a directional microphone on top and a 1/3 or 1/4 quarter inch screw is what I want to say for a tripod there, and it's flat, so you can lay this down. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attach it to this. This way I won't drop it, but it also helps with my tremoring hands. I have very shaky hands, folks. And the iPhone is a great camera, great image stabilization, but my hands shake a lot. Come on, come on, come on. I'm not letting you down. Professionalism. All right, Kringle candle. Let me put the the headphones away. I don't want to unplug them though, because my brother said once he did that and the audio disappeared. Oh, come on. Your keys ever get locked in your car? I'm a hot mess right now, folks. And we still have more subscribers. So if you're just coming in, I want to remind you, this is not like a crazy vlog. It's just a crazy moment in this live chat. We're going into Kringle candle. Let me turn the camera around. Lock the vehicle. And let's pretend like we don't hear that copywritten music in the background either. Let me know if you guys start to get fuzzy. Oh, I need the microphone. Looks like I am gonna have to wear the headphones after all. So the main entrance, now again, across the highway here, we have the restaurant, the country barn where they have the country candles. I guess it's a subsidiary of Kringle Candle, but this is where you're gonna find all of the Kringle candles. All right. All right, so let's pretend the last 5 minutes did not happen. Here we go. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So these are the, I believe the wax melts. They're not the sample candles. But look at all of these hutches. How beautiful. Oak and fig are right here. Vanilla latte. An excellent, excellent candle to give a quick sniff. If I do, let's see if I do that. Can you see me sniff? Oh yeah. Really, really chocolatey though. But man, if you're totally into like lattes with like big time sweetness and like rich dairy, you'll like that a lot. It's something I've always noticed about how coffee candles. They always have a little bit of that chocolate smell to it, a bit much at times. Now Fireside is a very classic Yankee candle. Let's see if it smells like a Yankee's Fireside. It does not smell like Yankee's Fireside. Oh, Monica, I wish you were here to identify this tea. But actually a big time ground ginger spice smell here, which would make sense because now that I'm looking at the label, looks like there's cookies on there. A lot of baking spice, definitely some smoke as well, but nothing like a Yankee's Fireside, just in case you were ever wondering. Now here's something a Yankee candle does not do. The Yankee candle never personifies a candle. Like they would never name a candle Lumberjack, right? Or, you know, the Butcher. Well, I don't know what that would smell like, the Butcher. But they never give a personality. It's always, you know, it's objects or an experience, you know, like Moonlight Harvest, Clean Cotton, right? Well, here is a candle that is definitely personified. It's called Lumberjack. I mean, in my head, of course, we would think wood. So let's see what happens here. Can't really do my swirl thing because these rubber guys prevent me from doing that. Very, very light, very subtle, nuanced, cold aroma. I definitely smell a few things, but usually the intensity on these candles are super big. So if you're not into huge intensity fragrances, and the notes here say tobacco leaves cedarwood, vetiver. Interesting. I think that's the first time I've ever seen vetiver used as a fragrance note on a Kringle candle. Spiced patchouli and nutmeg. I definitely get that. To me, this smells more like furniture. It could be because of that nutmeg. If you've ever like freshly ground, or if you've ever took like a microplane to nutmeg, you do get this kind of turpentine paint smell to it. It's not a bad thing. It sounds like it would be a bad thing, but it's not. But maybe that's why this is drawing me in the direction of furniture. Very nice. Cinnamon bark. Now, Kringle Candle still does not have Halloween fragrances, They've retired them quite a few years ago, but that does not mean that they don't have candles that could work for Halloween. And of course, this being one of them, as Spellbound. Very fruity aroma. I think I've burned this before. A little bit like Bubblicious bubblegum candy action happening here. It's not necessarily what you think, because I would expect something like this to have a little bit more of that incense. You know, that more of that like, you know, stuff that we would smell in, you know, like head shops and, you know, spiritual shops. I was just in one called the Dreaming Goddess the other day. They had every fragrance in the world. They're very fruity, big time citrus. The notes here, these are so complex. Fruit, floral, citrus, and mandarin. Citrus and mandarin is kind of redundant. Currant, so dark berry, dark fruit, black fruit. Mimosa. Again, citrus, but implying champagne. It's interesting. Jasmine, vanilla, and musk. Not really feeling the musk. Something that also certainly works for Halloween, or at least the look and the name. That's going to be Midnight right there. Very right off the bat, very soapy. So similar to, let's say, well, I don't want to play that game. Very soapy, very earthy, pine, bark, not firewood, but it's going to have that significant musk. Now, not like a floral musk. Think about like a brand new leather jacket musk, or a brand new car muskiness. But you do get the clover and the green grassy freshness of the spring. Very reminiscent of a man's aftershave or a cologne. Very pretty label. I wonder if this was a popular seller, or if this is here right now because of the eclipse. Why white? If you want to pause the video here, this will explain why all of the Yankee candles are not colored. Now, this room is a favorite. This is kind of like, I forget what they call them, but like they're, did I make a Freudian slip? Oh God, this is where they have like their votives. I forget what they call them. They have a specific name, but all of their candles are going to be able to be purchased in this room. And I think if you buy 12, it's right here. So if you buy 12, it'll be $30. Otherwise, they're $30 each, or $3 each. All right. So I'm not going to get this on camera, but I am going to walk away today with 12 of these. So this way, every now and then, we can throw in some Kringle content. Might even get a couple jars as well. Sure. Okay. Duly noted. Duly noted. The candle's almost gone. I can't even smell it anymore. I don't know what's in there. Scarlet Rose. A lot of these seem to be relatively new. Maybe not. Maybe it's just been a long time since I shopped Kringle before. But more that spans this wall. There's usually more that spans this wall. This might be different because they're having a lot of promotions today. I'm gonna put the camera down for a second, guys. This is a favorite of mine. Every now and then I hear like negativity on this candle. No, man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. I wonder if that's like their most popular smell or fragrance. You see why I edit my videos now? Do you get? Now you get it. Really nice. The notes on here: pine, clove, cedarwood, violet leaves, and musk. That's a lot. And coconut snowflake. Ooh. Definitely a pina colada thing happening here. Almost as if there was such a thing, maybe there is a pina colada cookie. That's what I'm smelling. Big time icing, frosting, vanilla forward. That nicely toasted baked good or pastry. Shaved coconut, peppermint. Wow. Wow, yeah, absolutely. That's crazy. Peppermint, buttercream, marshmallow, toasted vanilla bean. Let's do a couple more. Christmas stroll. I want to find some Halloween ones here. Frosted mahogany. Which one should I do? Jingle All the Way? Arnold Schwarzenegger? Cashmere and cocoa. You know what? Cashmere seems to be a popular thing these days. Let's get in here with the cashmere. Losing the audience a little bit. So I think I'm going to be wrapping this up. Time marshmallow for sure. White chocolate and cocoa powder. As far as spices, I don't detect any. The marshmallow is very specific though. It's like a roasted marshmallow. Really, it has that caramelized sugar roasted aroma. I'm trying to figure out the cashmere part. Oh, no. Okay, I mean, obviously it's going to say marshmallow, but you guys are going to think I cheated. Roasted marshmallow, cocoa, vanilla, smoked woods. Yeah, maybe. Patchouli is not something I smell. I'm not saying it's not here, it's certainly here, but this is what I mean about balance. You know, it's... you patchouli haters out there, good for you. If you don't like patchouli, then you don't like patchouli. But a lot of the candles that you love, I bet you there's patchouli. Musk. Yeah, musk is really almost always going to be a base note for something like cashmere. Very cool. Let's check out the next room. So this is like really the jar room. Let me see if I can get a wide And I'm not kidding. I don't know if you guys can still see me. It says very bad connection, but I once was here after a very long day of driving, and I stopped off and I saw this new label, and I saw this unscented. I'm like, wow, this is a brand new candle, or a brand new like line by Kringle Candles. So I went to smell it, and I thought I was going nuts because I couldn't smell anything. And then it dawned on me, unscented. Unscented. How did I not realize? They do have unscented candles. Now this is going to be the gift shop area. I've featured this in quite a few of my vlogs. Very much trying to, I think, give a place for the men to shop while the women shop for the candles. I think that's horrible message to be sending, but Yankee does it too with the man cave. I recommend that the men get out on the floor and smell the candles, not be trying to buy, trying to emasculate themselves by looking at like cocktail shakers and ties and socks. World's softest socks. Well, you know what? That I might want. What the? Alright, I am sorry. I have nothing against John F. Kennedy. But what in God's name is this? And why would you want it? Whizhead, John F. Kennedy. So is this like a puzzle? Well, it seems like an amazing concept if it's a puzzle. But holy Moses, that looks like the Michael Myers mask. That is terrifying. I'm gonna put that back before it comes to life or something. Put that back. Very nice. Scarves. Let's see if we can find some Halloween merchandise. Look at that, look at that. What says masculinity more than a hammer keychain? I wonder if they cater to the men here. Wow. Scented glass pumpkins, $60. Lid is not attached. Fragrance is on the bottom label. Fragrance is on the bottom label. So you have to take this off, lift the jar, and it's called a pumpkin cider donuts. Well, I can testify that Anthony from Candle Cafe loves cider donut, as do I. But pumpkin cider donut is something I've never experienced. It's just not. It's not holding the aroma on this lid. Yeah. Okay, I can definitely smell better there. Yeah, I mean your classic, very authentic apple cider, spiced up with some pumpkin spice. Gotta love that. All right, Halloween. Brandied pumpkin. All right, I'm sorry, I gotta try this. Baking spices galore, guys. I mean, might as well just go down the list. Cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, maybe even allspice, ginger. So that's kind of like a mix of apple pie spice and pumpkin spice. There's clove in here, which I don't necessarily smell. That would really be like a fusion of pumpkin spice, apple pie spice, but it's called brandied pumpkin. Brandied pumpkin. these concepts are a little bit harder to figure out. And you're definitely not just getting the pumpkin spice too, you're actually getting that fresh pumpkin. Like, you stab the pumpkin or pulling out the innards, the roast, not the roasted, but the raw pumpkin seed, pumpkin puree. I like this. On the label, there's obviously the martini glass with a rim of, I guess, baking spices. I guess that would have to be what it is. Let's see what the notes say. Pumpkin, nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, apple. Yeah, I should have said that. Vanilla and caramel. Yeah, I mean, it's very sweet. So I think that's where they're going with the caramel. Yeah, and now that I think about it, like brown sugar glaze donut or pastry, TJ Cinnamons. Movie ness. But vanilla. Yeah, I mean, I certainly believe there's vanilla in there, but it's kind of a moot point because the baking spices are so heavy. And is it just me, or does this kind of look like... That was zoomed in for a while. I apologize. I didn't even know I could zoom in. Is this just me, or does this look a lot like the All Is Bright collection that came out for Yankee last year? Look at this, though. You have like these whiskey, like decanters, like in the old film noir films. I mean, do people still have these in their office? I've always wondered that. And look at that. Look at that's a brandy glass. But let me tell you what that could also be. You could have a nice Pinot Noir or a Chardonnay or a Burgundy from northern Burgundy in France. Look at that. It's a perfect shape. You'd be able to view the wine perfectly. That bottom gives you a little bit of more stability, less likely to tip over, especially if you've had a couple glasses. I like the design of that. Moscow Mules. I like the hammered ones though, you know, the ones that have like the texture. So more Halloween decorations than I expected. This seems to be of a plaster. Well, this is fiberglass, but this seems to have like a paper mache kind of feel to it. Look at this guy. I wonder if his eyes light up in the dark. You know, and he kind of looks like does he have a name? It's the plague figure, the masked guy. And I saw this at the Christmas tree shop. This exact one, the Christmas tree shop. Let's see how much they're charging for. $24.95. I think it was $24.95 at Christmas tree shop. So fairly priced. That is awesome. Wow. Oh man, I want that so bad. Let's go back a little further. Plague Doctor, thank you. Industrial Wasteland. Wow, look at that. I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at it. This is made out of, this would be an AB resin polyurethane. It's hollow. Let's take a look underneath. Oh, but her cape looks like bark, like a palm tree. It is hollow, which is good. It's not heavy. Look at that face. Wow. I would, if I did buy this, go in and touch up the eyes, make them pop out a bit more. But yeah, and this stuff, maybe that's done on purpose, but I think you can weather something a little bit more effective than that. But all in all, that is awesome. But here's the sad part. You know, I get it. You know, if I made this, I would certainly not charge any less than $149. That is the best thing I've seen all day. And then this is cool too. So you have, wow, this is weird. Highly conceptual. So we have the frog. And what do they call these for the dresses? The big dresses, the kind of the structural, you know, understructure. But this is also on wheels and a cart. He's standing on a book. Is this referring to something? And then there is no witch legs, but there's a witch on top. And she's got very creepy scarecrow hands. What is going on with this? And let's see if the label tells me a little bit more. Oh, you can hear the copyright music. Hopefully that's not a problem. $239. No information about what this is. I wonder if this is like a literature reference, or like, you know, a classic tale, a universal like fairy tale that I'm not familiar with. Ooh. All right, there's gotta be a company name here. So if you guys wanna check these folks at some point, it looks like these are the folks that are making these. Let me just be sure about that. No, this says Kringle. That doesn't mean, well, Kringle's not making these. Aesthetically, if I had to guess, these products are going to be made by this company right here, Bethany Low Designs. Build a tradition. Let's see if there's any more. Oh, there's Bethany. Oh, look at that. Designed and imported by Bethany Designs Incorporated. All right, so pause that right there if you want to get a little more information on Bethany. But excellent stuff. Let's go into the Halloween room. So they do have one room. Looks not so Halloweenish right now, but that will change over the course of the transition of the seasons. But we do have some Halloween decorations here. We got a bag of skulls. That's kind of creepy. That's kind of morbid. Ooh, my favorite word. Spooky. Spooky little girl like you. Spooky. Oh, and they all say different things. Happy Halloween. We got Harvest Moon. So not Moonlight Harvest, but Harvest Moon. You think it smells like Yankees Harvest Moon? Or a Moonlight Harvest? Let's find out. And this is a country candle. This is not a Kringle candle. Give me 1 second. I gotta. Baking spices and clove. A lot of that outdoor, like hay bale smell. But I think what really defines Yankees Moonlit Harvest is the amount of clove. And let me thank you guys for you that have been hanging in for all of this. This really has been a little bit of a hot mess. But I'm gonna contact the marketing director and see if we can, I've been trying to do it for so long, but eventually set up a walkabout tour with someone here. So this way we're not just walking around with a camera in our hands. We can put together a nice little segment. Now, Menage a Trois, if you don't know this, is actually based out of Napa Valley. Now, the fruit is not coming from Napa Valley, but the winery is in Napa Valley. As you can tell, it says right there, California. It does not say Napa. It doesn't even say North Coast. But very, very popular wine these days. Very strange. And Midnight. Menage a Trois Midnight is something I've never heard of. Have you guys had that line before? A lot of these jars. But check this out. Something I noticed today, and you guys might know this already, but look at these monsters. Is there a net weight on these things? Oh my lord. There's no net weight, but this is like a, I don't know what that is. That is like, if it has the effect of cast iron, it's not. So this is a 4-wick, at least partially paraffin blend jar, and God, I wish it said how big these are, because these are massive. Look at that. These are like king candles. And speaking of king candles, balsam and cedar, mighty similar looking as a Yankee Candle's balsam and cedar. Now, just in case you don't know, the reason why these do look very similar to Yankee Candle is because Kittredge, right there, the Kittredge family, Michael Kittredge was the CEO and the creator of the Yankee Candle back in the mid-'80s. Later kind of had to step down from that title for personal reasons. But in 2010, Michael's son, Michael III Kittredge, opened up Kringle Candle. And I'm guessing when Country Candle came about, there was a statute, a period of time that had to pass, probably a contract with Yankee Candle, where the Kittredge family could take back their design, because they created this classic design. This is not the Yankee Candle font, but it's very similar to the Yankee Candle font. Actually, it might be the Yankee Candle font. It's just a little bit more bold. And then instead of saying a passion for fragrance or a passion for fragrance, help me out, guys. And the other slogan, it says the original Kittredge family recipe, balsam and cedar. But the question is, does it smell like Yankee's balsam and cedar? No. Much more pine cone, juniper berry forward. This should be cedar and balsam. Wonderful though. Please don't get me wrong. You know, this kind of smells like if you have like the front door and the screen door, right? In the holidays, and you put the wreath on the front door, but you open that screen door or you open the front door, and all of the aroma from that wreath has been collecting in between those two doors. And when you open that door, you get that very citrusy pine balsam smell, but that woody pine cone really coming through, and big time cedar wood. Not like firewood, but a very, very soft furniture treated wood like cedar. Wow, that's very nice. Home for Christmas. Let me try this one down here. It's got poinsettias on it. Whoa. Citrus pine sap, terpene, very sweet pine needle. You know, the sticky sap that gets in your fingers when you, okay, there it is. The sticky sap when you cut down the Christmas tree, but I was trying to figure out what that note was. That is orange zest. Orange zest, and not even like dried out potpourri orange zest. This is like if you're, you know, maybe not zesting, but slicing an orange for a cocktail. That orange essence. They're so complex, guys. If you're not shopping Kringle Candle, you got to get to it. There's no fragrance notes on these, which I like. I prefer that. All right. Macintosh apple. A lot of similarities. Now here's something that's not similar. This used to be a Kringle candle though. Am I not mistaken? Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I think I am gonna wrap this up because it seems like I'm losing a lot of you. But if you want to take anything away from the last portion of this video, is come visit Kringle if you're in the area, or at least if you're not, see if you can purchase some of those sampler votives online. Test them out, because these are incredible products. Trust me, they're worth your time. If you're anything like me, these really will affect you. They'll tell you a story, they'll bring you back to your childhood. Look at this, salted caramel apples. All of us have an association with salted caramel apples. All right, let's step outside. Well, that was certainly the weirdest, sloppiest vlog I've done so far, but you know what? 1 year anniversary, have a little fun. You know, I really didn't have much time to shop in Kringle Candle or film at Kringle Candle. So at least this way we got to do something while I was passing through. But I will be back. I've been saying this for a long time, I know, but I will be back to Kringle Candle to do hopefully a guided tour. Trying to set that up for a long time. I do have older footage. The footage is not good, so I've neglected to edit that footage and get better stuff. So it looks like I am going to be signing out for Kringle Candle. Two videos to be posted hopefully by tonight, at least one tonight, and then I will be filming all day on Monday, possibly Tuesday, and then you're gonna love that stuff too. I'm gonna keep that a secret for now. Thank you everyone once again for wishing me a happy anniversary. But I do need to get on the road. I got a lot of driving to do, and I need more coffee. The Dunkin' Donuts, I need Starbucks, I'm sorry guys, or I need a legit cup of coffee made with passion. Signing out from Kringle Candle. Happy 1 year anniversary, not to me, but to you, and thank you for making this happen. I will be seeing you folks soon, but until then, be good. And let me know in the comments below all of the stuff that you picked up. Give me like the full list of the things that you picked up at Yankee Candle, or the things that you plan on picking up, or the things you wish you could have picked up. Anything. You could tell me anything. Leave a comment. It's going to strengthen our communication in the long run. All right, folks, that's it. Have a good one. Bye-bye.